John Spalding again with G1NBC.TV Sports. We are here with Kevin Lofton. He's one of the local coordinators of the tournament. So how long have you been playing disc golf, Kevin?
I've been playing for about 3 years, and I talked to Claire and Ken and Rob. You know, they were trying to get this tournament going. I wanted to give as much help as I can.
What are some of the changes that the Tiffin golf course had to go through in order to get up to par to host the tournament today?
Originally we had 19 holes, so our original 8-9 hole we decided to combine into one long big hole, which is probably one of our biggest challenges on the course. You actually have to a long, flat, straight throw, but then you have to throw uphill, so it's one of our more challenging holes. We've worked with the park directory and the city itself before we made any changes. They gave us the okay. We decided to work with the park rather than, you know, make changes and have to ask for an apology later.
And are you going to be playing in the tournament at all this week?
No, I decided to take a vacation and enjoy it, so I'm not upset with myself for most of the week. It's been a lot of fun. I'm learning actually how to run a tournament, which will help me out later because I'd like to do more of them if possible.
Alright, so tell us a little bit about the game of disc golf for people who might not know.
Well, that's a good question because a lot of people know about frisbees, and some people see these baskets with chains on them in the parks. So what our goal is to take a frisbee and throw it as far as you can and get closest to the basket as you can. The basket is a metal basket with chains that are above it. You hit the chains and you go into the basket. The rules are exactly the same as a ball golf, except we're throwing frisbees instead. Advantages: there's no fees for the greens. You get excellent exercise. The Tiffin course here, throwing wise, is about a little bit more than 5,000 feet. It's almost a mile. Walking distance between tee to basket is another mile. So we're walking 2 miles every time we throw this course. So it's excellent exercise, and you don't have to be good. You really don't have to be good to come out here and enjoy it. You just throw and get to the basket. I wish I were a little bit better, then I'd be throwing the Worlds. But I think if I were throwing, I'd be right in the middle. There'd be players a lot better than me and players that aren't doing as well as I do. So I'd be right in the middle, and that's usually where I throw during any other tournament here. I'm average.
All right.
But I have a lot of fun, and it's a lot of fun for everyone here in Tiffin and across the whole state, across the country.
All right, Rob, well, thank you very much for your interview. Thanks for all the information that you've given us about the tournament. I definitely would either be middle of the pack or towards the low end if I was in the tournament. So we are going to go now and get some footage on some of the holes. And once again, this is Rob Ledwedge. He's the assistant director for today's tournament.
Thanks. Have fun.
Yeah. We are here with Mike Barnett from Sun King Disc Sports. Mike, tell us a little bit about your company first off. Tell us a little bit about Sun King.
Sun King was established in 2001. Came from a love of the sport up in the Chicago area originally. And once I moved down to Florida, it went full force. And we now are recognized as one of the bigger disc golf promotional companies in the state of Florida. And we do everything from course design and installation to retail to wholesale to clinics and tournaments and a little bit of everything.
What are some of your most popular products? Obviously discs, but what are some of your most popular maybe discs or other promotional products?
Actually, yeah, discs obviously number one, but these days clothing is really disc golf specific clothing. Bags continue to be big movers for us. But I think clothing would be the right answer there. And there's so many companies in the last 2 or 3 years that are doing some really cool things with apparel.
Okay. Tell us a little bit about your involvement then with the amateur tournament today.
I was invited by the Professional Disc Golf Association and the local coast club to come up and essentially help them by running one of the courses that they have that they're using for the event. We run some bigger events ourselves, so they're kind of hoping that our experience and knowledge can help them out, and it's a great opportunity for us to come up and see what's going on, for the bigger, for the World Championships.
Sure. Any feedback from the players today about the Tiffin course? Have you had a chance to talk with any of them?
Yeah, a little bit. It's originally we thought it was going to be probably the easiest to get the better scores on, but we're finding that the cool morning weather and then complemented by some afternoon winds have actually kind of kept the scores from going too well. So.
All right. Anything else you'd like to say about the tournament or anything about Sun King?
I would say in general, if you haven't tried disc golf, it's becoming extremely popular. There's about 3,000 courses nationwide. Ohio is fourth in the country, so get out and play. There's plenty of courses out there. And if you're going to lay an easy plug like that, come check us out at sunkingdiscs.com, and we'll help you get started.
G1 NBC is definitely the home of the easy and shameless plug.
Well, then I got right in.
Yes, yes. And how about you? How would you rate your play in terms of pro, amateur, or let's stick to distribution of products?
Yeah, my play has been limited these days. We're doing an enormous amount of work with course development and tournaments. So I would say definitely an amateur when it comes to playing. Just don't get to play as much, but definitely probably professional on the administrative side.
Awesome. Thank you very much, Mike, for your time.
Thanks a lot.
All right. So Matt, tell us a little bit about your work with Innova. What do you do for them?
I'm a graphic designer. I do a lot of web and print graphics.
How long have you been doing that with them?
I've been there for 7 years.
Okay. And what's Innova's role with the amateurs today at the tournament?
We're here to support the AMs. We did a good amount of sponsorship with our champion katanas, I believe, star katanas when they first came out, and raised a bunch of money early on, and it's been good.
Our cameraman just got a new katana.
Yeah.
He loves it. Does Innova do any surveying of the players, where you guys are looking to maybe take some of the amateurs up to the pro levels? Do you do any of that type of work?
We kind of scout. I mean,
okay.
We definitely are scouting here, and I wouldn't say it's a mandatory place where we pick up players, but we're always keeping our eye out. I mean, I'm looking at a couple of young kids who are just unbelievable. I mean, I think that's the most exciting field is the juniors nowadays, because they're battling with...
They're the up-and-comers.
Yeah, they're not just the up-and-comers, they're like third generation, I think, because their parents played disc golf, probably, and their parents probably had a mentor of some sort, so their parents are, like, I consider their parents, they've learned from somebody, and they're passing that on to their kids, which a lot of people, 20 years ago, they didn't really learn, they just learned.
Yeah.
So.
And how did you get involved with your work at Innova?
I started playing when I moved to Charlotte in 2002, pretty hardcore, and started playing tournaments, and I think we just found each other.
All right. And what is the next big event for Innova that you're going to?
I'm not sure what I'm going to be going to next. I was going to go to Worlds. I'm not going to go to Pro Worlds this year, but I will probably, my next event probably going to be USDGC. I mean, my next big event is probably going to be USDGC.
Okay. Where and when is that?
In Rock Hill in October.
In Rock Hill in October, and then when are the Pro Worlds?
Pro Worlds are in a month at Lemon Lake in Illinois, and that's July 28th, around there.
All right. Well, thank you very much,
No
Matt.
problem.
I appreciate it. And once again, this is Matt from Innova. And this is John from G1NBC.TV Sports. Good.